I think here, if you're Buffalo, what are you thinking? What are you thinking they're going to
go 4th and inches?
They're going to really try and run this ball against our run defense, as good as our defensive tackles are. You're going to try and get Trevor Lawrence on the perimeter.
Couple tight ends in the game. First thing, I'll try to draw them off. The play clock down at 3. Hand off, and they do get the first down. Hammering forward is ETN.
Man, that feels like a enormous first down for this football team. You saw a good job by Trevor handling the noise. Doug Peterson, he's an aggressive coach. It's kind of who they are philosophy-wise. And just to settle this football team down and get some form of rhythm for their offense.
So you got to be patient. You got to trust your running game.
And you can see Trevor Lawrence right there looking back at the sideline, making sure he had the right personnel. He's got to stay in the moment, stay in the zone, stay composed.
Fresh bodies on the Buffalo defensive front in this first down play. Fake it to Bigsby. Lawrence steps up and launches incomplete. Trying to find Brian Thomas Jr., who's gone off to a great start. The electric rookie from LSU. Christian Benford in coverage there.
Yeah, look, these secondary players have been coached up in terms of their eyes reading through three-step. You see he gets his eyes back to the quarterback, and then right there he hooks him a little bit to go ahead and slingshot him to kind of undercut that comeback route. This secondary, the kind of production they have gotten out of guys like Christian Benford, Jamarcus Ingram, Cam Lewis, has been nothing short of spectacular. One of the best defensive systems in football.
2nd and 10 run. Turning the corner is Bigsby plowing ahead. Sets up about 3rd and along 3.
And this is really a situation, Jacksonville, you miss Evan Ingram. You know, now can they, if I were them, let this clock bleed down. Maybe you get to the line of scrimmage, present the formation, see what Buffalo may line up in. So you take that into the end of the first quarter and get a very clear plan of what you want to do.
ETN in the game on 3rd and 3, 2, 1, and they don't get a playoff. So Jacksonville with 19 total yards in the first quarter. Buffalo 140 long touchdown drives, and the visitors in trouble after 15 minutes.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. And get access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your world?
You know how when you're living your life and then all of a sudden you're out there helping cops solve crimes? That's me.
That big brain of hers is going to help us close a lot of cases.
Got a dead body. Gotta go.
High Potential, new Tuesday on ABC.
This second quarter, frenzied atmosphere. The Bills have been extremely locked in. Jacksonville needs 3 in this third down.
No Evan Ingram. You know, this is the guy that's been his guy, Christian Kirk.
Motions over to the right. Bills are showing pressure. Don't bring it. And pitch to the edge. That's Thomas. And Brian Thomas Jr. picks up the first down near the 41.
If you're looking for a guy that really can inject some absolute spark into this football team, it's Brian Thomas Jr. Doug Peterson told us he singled him out in meetings in terms of his enthusiasm for the game and said, yo, we need more of that. And he's just a rookie, and he's the guy who's really trying to get some juice into this offense. They need this offense to come to life.
Only touchdown they scored last game against the Browns, set up by a 66-yard Thomas reception. ETN on first down. Slammed for about 3, knocked down by Dorian Williams.
You just see the defensive line for Buffalo. You see these guys, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, the way these guys run to the football. Austin Johnson, they're some of the best interior players in all of football. People ask the question all the time, Dan, I know you've talked about it. How do they defend the run, playing nickel as many snaps as they do?
And with 2 safeties deep.
Starts inside.
One of the best defenses defending the run with a, quote, light box, and that's without Terrell Bernard or Taron Johnson, missing 2 of their better defenders tonight again. Lawrence on the run, throws a little dart, big hit along the sidelines. It was Benford against Thomas. It's going to be third down and short here.
I like the last 2 decisions by Trevor Lawrence, the third down completion and then that little bootleg. It's happening quick. They're clean thought processes. It's a nice job by Doug Peterson and Press Taylor. Another third down situation. Last time they motioned Christian Kirk. They saw that soft Buffalo zone. I think something along those lines. Get the information, man or zone, and find that easy completion.
Empty set. Bigsby lines up to the left.
It's got to be man-to-man coverage.
Lawrence, a throw and a catch. Fingertip grab on the sidelines by Kirk. And they're stringing together first downs now.
You see, that's why you get an empty, right? You get the information. You saw Trevor go to his helmet. Look at this by Christian Kirk. Trevor, one of the best out route throwers in the NFL. Left foot down, drag the right.
It's about matchups, right? My guy DeMar Hamlin out here one-on-one. You got a safety on one of your most productive historically in terms of since he's been in Jacksonville, wide receivers, and Christian Kirk. It's about the players. It's about the matchups. He found the one he wanted to exploit.
Couple of grabs already, matching the total that he had through the first 2 games. Drops have been a problem. That was a beautiful catch. Bigsby on a delay. Flags come out as he's knocked down inside the 20.
The jump early. Did Buffalo look like they jumped the snap count?
A lot of folks up near the line.
Offside. Defense, number 92. 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
The veteran Daquan Jones, 11th year.
Now this is where Jacksonville, for what feels like a season plus, has really struggled down in the red zone. They have to be able to run the football down here and then be precise in their pass game.
Peterson's word for their red zone production so far, atrocious. Cannot beat tonight. It's Davis who motions back in. There's a blocker for Bigsby who picks his way and flag out again. He does have first down yardage at the 13, but that was a false start. I think it's going to call it back.
I think that with all the shifts and motions, were they illegal?
You see Doug Peterson talking with the referees.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 74 was the end man on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
It's called on Robinson, but that's not his fault.
But in their words, they've been together too long. Doug Peterson, this offense, Press Taylor, for the lack of communication, the mental errors, the mistakes in this situation to continue to show up.
So right back to 1st and 10 after the 2 penalties. Lawrence on the move, back pedals and delivers a high throw. Catch is made by Luke Farrell, but not much after the catch. Picked up about a yard.
Talk about disciplined defense. You see how A.J. Epinesa rushed upfield and didn't allow Trevor to get on the perimeter, forcing him to make a difficult throw.
Right.
And then you rally fast to the football. That's what Buffalo is right there. They're assignment football. What happened on the touchdown run for Buffalo? Devin Lloyd gets outflanked. He self-inflicted errors. Buffalo won't hurt themselves. They may get beat man for man. They're not going to hurt themselves.
From the pocket, Lawrence launching to the end zone, looping throw over the head of Etienne, who came out of the backfield, didn't appear to track the ball. And 3rd and 9 now, guys.
Really nice job right there by Dorian Williams. And now here on 3rd down and long, where you had some momentum going, penalties set you back. Now who do you get the ball to? If I'm them, I'm looking, how can I get Brian Thomas Jr. the guy? I mean, he's the one on the perimeter who's been winning. How do you get the rookie open?
Huge for Trevor Lawrence against this Buffalo defense to see the safeties post-snap.
How do you get the ball to that guy?
Bills are showing pressure. Did Lawrence expect it here? They rush 5. And Trevor launching far side. Incomplete. Gabe Davis, the former Bill, made the catch. Rasul Douglas in coverage. And here comes the field goal team.
Trevor identified the one-on-one coverage. He liked Gabe Davis, his size, his ability to win on the outside lane. He's made a career of it. But Rasul just uses the sideline as the 12th defender. He says, look, I'm not going to give you any room. I'm not going to let you get inside.
And when they really needed to reach the end zone in the red zone, that 5-yard penalty proves to be really crucial. And here's Cam Little from 41 to get Jacksonville on the board, and he does drive it down the middle. They practice it a lot. They focus on it a lot. But so far, the red zone continues to be a real issue for Lawrence and this offense. 13-3.
So, what did you think of the pitch I emailed you?
Yes, the one that you emailed me. I remember. The pitch of Dog Days. What a title. Here we are. Very Victorian, which I loved. Unique relationship is formed. I love unique relationships.
With a twist.
I know, because I read it.
Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested.
There are some feelings you can get with any sportsbook.
Oh, the highs!
The no-no-nos.
The oh-oh-ohs. Now, what you want to do with this?
But the feeling that no matter what, you're taken care of.
Oh, I just earned a hotel suite.
You only get that here at the sportsbook Born in Vegas, where they know how to treat you right.
Who you talking to, Jamie Foxx?
Bonus bets, exclusive offers, real-world rewards. Bet MGM. Download and bet today.
Rated E for everyone.
With new physics, every hit hits different.
Popeye's crispy, juicy, tender signature chicken is the meal your craving deserves. And now you can get 3 pieces of the chicken you crave for just $5. We don't make sense, we make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Knock, knock. #1 broker here for the #1 hit maker.
Thanks for swinging by, Carl.
No problem. So what are all those for?
This lets me adjust the bass, add more guitar, maybe some drums.
Wow, so many choices.
Yeah, like Schwab. I can get full-service wealth management, advice, invest on my own, and trade on Thinkorswim.
You know Carl is the only front man you need.
Oh, I gotta take this, Carl. It's Schwab.
Schwab.
Have a choice in how you invest with Schwab.
Wakey, wakey, it's Sunday morning football. Watch live as Justin Jefferson leads the Vikings against Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Jets-Vikings, Sunday, October 6th, only on NFL Network.
Another doubleheader next Monday night will be in Miami. You see for the Dolphins, losing another quarterback in the loss yesterday. Tennessee, we had the thrilling matchup between those two teams late last season. Joe Troy Lisa in Detroit as the Seahawks come calling on ABC and on ESPN+. So settling for 3 in the red zone, and this is Ty Johnson bringing it back. Johnson gets out across the 30. Allen tonight, the ball has been coming out very quickly and very accurate.
Yeah, his first play of the game, kick it out to James Cook, then a third down to Khalil Shakir. Down in the red zone, he's the biggest red zone weapon there is in the NFL. Dalton Kincaid with some of those motions. And then this is beautiful. Kincaid, left side of your screen, Matt Collins leaves, and he just marries it with Josh Allen. Then an absolute pearl on the run.
So the third possession. And Allen looking to throw on the move from first down play, and he zips it to Dawson Knox. Tight ends making a big impact in the first half here tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's man or zone. They've been trying to play a little bit more zone tonight, despite coming into this game, the Jaguars defense being a primarily man defense. Why? They want to keep eyes on this quarterback. They know this quarterback likes to run when you're playing man-to-man coverage. But the zone coverage isn't working either because they're just not matching it down the field, and Josh is finding the holes play after play.
Cook, because they got a jumbo formation of linemen in there. And they hand it to him, and he's having a fight and earn every yard. He stopped about a yard short of the marker. Jeremiah Ledbetter got him, so 3rd and 1.
You see how they're simple plays, though? I mean, they come out with the drive. It's just a simple bootleg, double tight end, easy completion. Then they bring an extra offensive lineman on, double tight end. And now you're in this 3rd and 1 situation with Josh Allen, with James Cook. I mean, you could run an RPO. You could just get down.
Yep.
That's the beauty right now of where they stand.
Think about the receivers that they brought in. Mac Hollins, Keon Coleman, a lot of size. Would lead you to believe they're going to run the football.
Instead, it's Allen on the move, who flips it. It's kind of a long handoff to James Cook, who makes the first down and just gets down.
And you see the play action, right? I mean, he puts the ball out there.
Let's go to Scott Van Pelt. Scotty.
Good evening, Chris. Hot starts for the home team. A theme this Monday night. Joe Burrow, play action. Guess who's always open? As advertised, Jamar Chase, 41 yards, his first touchdown of the year. Bengals up on the Commanders, 7-0 over on ABC.
And the guy who was calling plays for those guys at LSU was calling plays for the Bills tonight. We've seen Joe Brady's dialed in. This game plan tonight has not looked like the first 2 weeks, but pretty much everything he's called has worked so far. Allen again looking to throw on first down. Checks it down. Cook, a lot of space left alone, and another big chunk play inside the 35.
Yeah, so Chris, Joe Brady, their offensive coordinator, I think the #1 goal was less tendencies and tells for this offense, being able to do anything at any moment. He's done that. #2, make life easier for Josh Allen. Just because he can do all that crazy stuff doesn't mean you want him to. And I still think there's a reality that he's trying to figure out how defenses are playing Josh in this offense by Josh himself without that dynamic connection of him and Stephon Diggs.
Off inside and slipping and stumbling was Ray Davis. You know, it was a humbling experience for him. It did not work out well in Carolina. He leaves LSU, goes to the NFL under Matt Rule, and now Sean McDermott says he's sort of charting a new path, kind of rediscovering himself as a play caller.
Absolutely. Look, and he is willing to go ahead and do whatever is best for this football team to win. It's not about ego with him, and I think that's one of the things that people are going to be most impressed about. He could have Josh Allen dropping back, throwing 30, 40 times a game, but he doesn't need to.
Behind the sticks on second down for the first time tonight. Jacksonville brings some pressure. It's picked up. Allen throws downfield, and in miscommunication, the ball went outside. Matt Collins was running inside, well covered by Darby.
Yeah, you saw it. You know, he's expecting Mac to go out, and that's one of the few moments this year where they're not on the same page. So this is where I think you've seen the growth because of Joe Brady in the offense. He's on that kind of fringe field goal range. You're playing great offensively. You're completely controlling this football game. Josh's legs, but also being really good with your decision making is paramount, and I think he's in a sweet spot with that.
Cam Little could get it there from here if, Bass could get it here from there if they don't pick up any yardage, but Allen says, forget about that. We'll pick up a first down. Slides, and they'll move to 6. He did get far enough before beginning that slide.
Watch these defensive linemen widen there. Josh is going to see the seam. He sees the defenders widen with the man coverage. That's why he's so hard to play man defense against. He sees that seam. It's like the Red Sea opens up and he doesn't hesitate. It's 1 to really 2, the check down being his legs.
Allen averaging 8 yards on his 3 runs so far. Already thrown it for 148. Fake to Cook. And now pitches downfield. In stride, Keon Coleman, and a touchdown for the rookie. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. First career touchdown for the guy who went from Michigan State to Florida State. He was a big part of that Seminoles offense a year ago, and he's got that football, the first of many in this league.
Yeah, you see him just take off on a dead sprint across the field. Cornerback sitting in outside leverage, number 30, Monteric Brown. You just got to get on your horse. So much for that 4.61 he ran at the combine in the 40. Plenty of speed.
Mass drives it through. Buffalo unstoppable so far tonight. Up by 17 midway second.
Josh Allen is putting on an absolute show here at home in Buffalo.
Brisket is back at Chipotle. Seasoned, smoked, seared, spiced, sauced, bold, and guacced. It's a whole new kind of brisket done the Chipotle way.
Hi, I'm Cade Courtley.
ESPN's Monday Night Football is brought to you by Charles Schwab. Own your tomorrow. Progressive Insurance. Protect the stuff you love with renter's insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by Bristol Myers Squibb. It is a party in Buffalo. It was outside the stadium. Now it's moved to the field. And the Bills flexing against a reeling opponent. The kick will show you why that play worked so well and looked so easy.
Coaching matters.
I'm going to write that down.
Put it on a t-shirt, man.
All right, Dan.
Well, Joe Brady takes a 6th offensive lineman, Alec Anderson, brings him in the game that forces base defense, single high safety man coverage by them.
Yeah, and Monteric Brown, who you saw, who's maxed up against Keon Coleman one-on-one. When you know you probably don't have any second level help and the safety may be out of it, you've got to move up on the line of scrimmage. You've got to challenge him at the line, because if he just takes off and makes a beeline across the field, unless you're Deion Sanders and you run 4.2, he's going to outrun you. You got to play smart.
Enjoy the Coach Prime reference.
I'm sure he did too.
Jacksonville again playing from behind, just like against Cleveland. Trying to get something going. A first down catch by Brenton Strange, a big tight end from Penn State. Laura?
Well, Chris, we saw Keon Coleman get his first touchdown with the Bills, and he hadn't been in this game a whole lot, rotating in and out a good bit. When he did get in, not doing a lot. I even asked if he was injured. He's fine, as you can tell, but this was specifically about the Bills wanting to find good matchups for him with a team that plays heavy man defense. They wanted to make sure Keon could be in the best position to have success.
Made good use of that opportunity in that play. Etienne gets up near the mark. It'll be third down and about 1. Greg Rousseau got him down. Look at the smiles on the Buffalo bench.
Everything's working. Yeah. For their offense has got almost 250 yards of offense. The quarterback's almost at 200 himself, and the defense has been fantastic.
And this is this moment now where Trevor Lawrence, you see Doug Peterson there, they're going to have to get a little bit out of their game plan now. I don't know if you can just keep running the football and getting breather plays. You're going to have to get some yardage in chunks. Brian Thomas Jr., where are you? They've got to find you.
Trevor on the move, flips it late, incomplete, and it's going to be fourth down. Dorian Williams came around the edge and was chasing him down. You go for it here.
I think you have to. It's 20-3. Your offense has gotten nothing going. You're sitting at 0-2. Your defense isn't slowing down Buffalo's offense.
It's like match point right here, though. If you can't get this yard,
I mean,
look out.
Yeah, I mean, you give them the ball plus side of the field, plus 39-yard line.
Got to hurry.
Yeah, your clock's winding down.
Man, they may need to spend a timeout. I don't know if you want to hurry a 4th and 1 with your chance of staying in this game on the line. Now they reset the play clock there. So no rush. Need a yard and a half just to stay in the game, basically. And they sneak it, and Lawrence, using that long frame, able to get the yardage necessary.
Man, what toughness by Trevor Lawrence. Just off that right guard. Look at, he's going to take a decent little shot by Dorian Williams come in right here. Needed it. You know, Lewis, I'd say this, man. I'd love to see, can they build some maybe tempo, some no huddle, just to inject some kind of rhythm into this offense?
Yeah. Right now, the offense looks flat. They're not quite sure. They're kind of on their heels. Somebody has to make a big play.
Lawrence on the move, launching down the middle, intercepted. Over for the man, and DeMar Hamlin. A huge roar as one of the most popular, inspiring Bills comes up with the takeaway. Things go from awful to worse for this Jaguar offense.
Right idea, right guy, Brian Thomas Jr., bad execution. He had him wide open.
DeMar Hamlin coming off the best game of his
Bills
career.
seem like they got it rolling tonight.
How sweet is this moment here in
20-3.
Buffalo?
Walking miracle.
Yeah.
That's
Buffalo.
An incredible moment for DeMar Hamlin.
Hey, Flo. Cool leg warmers.
Thanks. They're just for the bus ride to work. They're not part of the official uniform.
No tunes today?
No. My apartment was robbed last night. Took my cable-ready TV, VCR, portable cassette player.
Yep, all the latest tech.
If only Progressive had renter's insurance, like their home insurance.
Then we could bundle our cars and get the same 24/7 protection. I think we just invented that. This is the best day ever.
Well, I still got robbed.
It's still a pretty good day.
Nothing comes close to this place in the morning. I'm so glad I can still come here. You see, I was diagnosed with obstructive HCM, and there were some days I was so short of breath, I thought I'd have to settle for never stepping foot on this trail again. I became great at making excuses, but I have people who count on me, so I talked to my cardiologist. I said there must be more we can do for my symptoms. He told me about a medication called Camzyos. He said Camzyos works by targeting what's causing my obstructive HCM, so he prescribed it, and I'm really glad he did.
Camzyos is used to treat adults with symptomatic obstructive HCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and your ability to be active. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death. a risk that's increased if you develop a serious infection or irregular heartbeat or when taking certain other medicines. So do not stop, start, or change medicines or the dose without telling your health.
The journey to the top starts here.
Oh, wow! It's time to rock and roll.
The WNBA playoffs, presented by Google. Let's get it.
They're going berserk here in Buffalo. They just love DeMar Hamlin. It was late, of course, in 2022 Monday night game in Cincinnati. Cardiac arrest on the field. Just a terrifying moment. The long, courageous road back. Said coach says, I can't believe he's still playing. And that's his first career interception on a Monday night game back home.
We said on the play previous, Brian Thomas, where are you? Well, there you are. He's the big chunk play guy, and they have him wide open. They have it dialed up perfectly, and Trevor just flat out misses it. There's just no other way to cut it. DeMar Hamlin does exactly what you're supposed to do. Tips and overthrows, every DB knows you have to have them. And just look at the elation in DeMar Hamlin's face.
Hamlin involved with that collision in Tua Tagovailoa. He kind of absorbed the contact as Tua went headlong into him, and causing that concussion that continues to keep him out. Shakir, every time they target him, he's made the catch. It's happened 25 straight times. Laura?
Well, Chris, as you can imagine, the smile so wide down here for DeMar Hamlin's Bills teammates coming up to him saying, we knew you were going to get one. Now go get another one. But what I'd like to add is the smiles of the athletic training staff down here. A few of them saying, what a long road back. So incredible to see.
Not just back, but really playing well. Just really contributing. Meanwhile, a Jacksonville player is down. It's Foye Oluokun will step away.
Think scaling your AI pilots is hard? Think again. With Watson X, you can deploy AI across any environment. Above the clouds and on lots of clouds. With your secured data on-prem, in real time on center court, and assisting bank tellers on the edge. Watson X helps you deploy AI wherever you need it, so you can take your business wherever it needs to go. IBM, let's create.
At Burger King, we flame grill our burgers. Why? Because that's how it should be done. Hot, juicy, smoky, flame grilled, and made your way. Come experience the flame grilled difference with 2 Whopper Juniors for just $5.
New balance. We got now.
You're right, Luke. Miller Lite is less filling and tastes great.
Wait, is this a dream?
No, Luke. This is a Miller Lite commercial.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito in a bowl.
You have a golf course in your house?
Bro, I got a Taco Bell in my house.
Right.
Only the biggest touchdowns turn the tide in a fantasy contest. These scores deserve their own name, Clutch Downs. Check out some TDs that sealed victory for DraftKings players in Week 3. Eagles rusher Saquon Barkley put 12.5 points on the board with this 65-yard touchdown run. Steelers receiver Calvin Austin III snagged a 55-yard touchdown pass. Seahawks receiver DK Metcalf's 71-yard touchdown catch added 14.1 points. Download the app today to get in on the NFL action. DraftKings, an official daily fantasy partner of the NFL. The crown is yours.
Just a wonderful moment. Going to have to be a Bills fan to appreciate this. Many of the folks with 3 fingers in the air. And DeMar Hamlin not let go of that football. Can you imagine a first career interception feeling any sweeter than that when he thought his career, and most did, was over?
Yeah, he told us on the production call, he said, hey, look, trainer Denny Kellington told me, I got you. Meaning, I got you. I'm looking over you. You just go play free. And you can see it in DeMar's body language now. Now he's all the way back. He's just playing ball again. How sweet it is for him.
Bill's trying to cash in. And first takeaway. Allen lofting it downfield on the run and just off the fingertips of James Cook, who had Devin Lloyd beat.
I mean, Joe Brady right now is in his bag when it comes to some of these play designs. A beautiful James Cook out of the backfield wheel. Oh, just get those elbows together. Perfect throw. Listen, he's worked hard to become such a sure-handed threat. He's going to make that 9 out of 10 times.
That's all right, Josh. Still going pretty well for you tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be all right, dude.
Ray Davis, the rookie, spelling Cook now. 2nd and 10. Inside of 3 minutes before halftime. And they pitch it to the right, and Davis will fall forward for a short gain.
Third down here, Jacksonville struggled. They've tried 3-man rush and spying Josh didn't work. They've tried 5-man front when it's split and he took off running. I think if I'm Jacksonville defensively, and their defensive coordinator Ryan Nielsen, some zone coverage, multiple eyes on Josh. Make sure that his legs don't get him in that offense in Buffalo a first down. Getting man coverage.
It's Coleman motioning across. Allen looking across the middle, in stride. Shakir spooms into the end zone for another Buffalo touchdown. 4 for 4 are the Bills tonight. Is DeMar Hamlin's interception cashed in. Said Jacksonville's had his number. The last Monday night game here, the loss to Denver, did not work out well for Allen. Comes out tonight, it has been all smiles. 3 touchdown passes in the first half for Allen. And a 27-3 lead. Back in 30 seconds after a word from PayPal.
Did you just pay with PayPal?
Yeah, and the cashback's wild.
Are you guys feeling this? I want to pay with you everywhere.
You get 5% cash back on any category you choose.
Really?
Every single month.
And even more when I shop online? I want to pay with you everywhere. I'd really like to pay with it.
I know, right?
No, I mean like move.
Oh.
Every payment, everywhere, every time. Don't just pay, PayPal.
All cylinders firing for the Buffalo Bills. Much more explosive and dynamic tonight than they were in the first 2 games. How much of this is just great Buffalo top to bottom or all bad Jacksonville?
Yeah, look, it's a little bit of both. I mean, nothing that they're running out here has been invented tonight. Okay, let's get that straight. I understand we do that a lot when we're talking about offenses in the NFL, but just remember this too. Now, Jacksonville is missing their top 3 defensive backs. No Tyson Campbell coming into this game. He's one of the best young corners in the league. No Darnell Savage. His backup at nickel, Jarian Jones. Their top 3 guys are not playing, but they are just shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, they haven't been able to deal with Shakir all night, that's for sure.
Well, it starts because Keon Coleman's going to run a spray double move there. Now, Josh is going to do a fantastic job of dropping back. And look, his eyes are going here. He realizes he doesn't win. Here comes Shakir on that man coverage underneath. Ball out in front perfectly. That throw matters because then Shakir can catch and go run with it.
Look, if you're rookie DeAndre Prince, who was the one who was victimized in that play, you just have to get on your horse, trail him across, and make the tackle at the very least.
2:04 before halftime. Jacksonville desperately tries to chip away at a 24-point lead. A short completion of Parker Washington, and it'll be the 2-minute warning. Allen looking a little bit like Superman tonight.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So much.
That's everything you get with the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
Every fall, we say hello to a change in routine and just a little bit of chaos.
Everybody have everything? Yeah, great.
This is no more evident than in your driveway. It's center stage for handoffs, trunk swaps, and countless last-second pivots. We're here for what's ahead, helping you shift seasons in style, no matter how long it takes to get on your way. Because this fall, we've got a lot to look forward to. Your fall favorites are here.
Hey, Marcus, I'm in an ESPN on Hulu Plus live TV commercial. Can we run lines?
Oh, we got this.
ESPN has over 1,000 college football games.
With marquee rivalries.
Conference championships and playoff games.
Plus 22 Monday Night Football regular season
Jags
games.
need to figure out something right now. They need to score
Watch it all on ESPN
on this drive right
Hulu
before
Plus
half.
Live
They need
TV.
to
Watch
go
all
on
of
and
this
put it up.
glorious football on ESPN on Hulu Plus Live TV.
Geez, Marcus, maybe you should be in the commercial.
When I grow up, I want to make a difference.
Easy. You can do it.
I want to inspire someone. I want to find my place in the world.
When I grew up, I became a PGA of America golf professional, and it all came true. PGA of America golf professionals.
We love this game.
2 games, 1 Monday night on ESPN. Nuke Hopkins bringing that heat in a rematch on South Beach. Tyreek, Waddle, Achane, Binns, so women in a sea of weapons. With Seahawks Lions on ABC, the pride of Motown, taking on DK and the new legion of... Who am I talking to? Decaf. Need to switch to decaf.
Well, minute 58 before halftime. Stay tuned for the All-State halftime report. Scott Van Pelt, Ryan Clark, Jason Kelsey will have their reaction to this first half beatdown. Berman's fastest minute. He's down to just a minute.
Listen, two years ago in the playoffs, this same Jacksonville team and this very same quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, fell down big to the Los Angeles Chargers and stormed back. They will need a similar performance from their quarterback to do it again.
Across the middle and picking up first down yardage is Ryan Thomas. He's a guy that can change a game quickly. I mean, it's going to take a lot to turn this around, but he's certainly capable.
No question about it. Look, I think they need to find their identity in terms of who are the people they can count on now going forward for the rest of the season. He's got to be one of them.
Incomplete. That last one to Thomas got Lawrence over 50 yards passing tonight. They've only run 23 plays and only run the ball 7 those times.
I think there's a difference between being unpredictable and unreliable. Buffalo on offense, very unpredictable. Jacksonville right now, I don't know if there's a person or a scheme that is reliable for them.
It's a problem.
I think you're on a
You can't put the quarterback in that category.
You're on a fact-finding mission right now if you're Doug Peterson.
And a short throw and it's dropped. Nothing going right. In and out of the hands of Brenton Strange.
See, Chris, now it's in their head.
Yeah.
Now the crowd, the atmosphere, the scoreboard, that's a routine catch. You got to look the ball in, turn upfield. See, now that's when we're talking about. Can you call upon your mental resilience to just do the basic things? And that's what has haunted this football team, starting with the quarterback, and it just proliferates from there.
Deafening. 3rd and 10. They bring pressure off the edge. Lawrence trying to run for his life, and he'll be slung down. Cam Lewis got him down. Jamarcus Ingram there too.
This is how pressure packages hurt everybody. Watch how Ingram fires. Etienne's going to cross, and then the wrap all the way from the backside. That's Ingram off the edge. That's what this defense does to you. You have to see so many moving parts. Cam Lewis wrapping around, Ingram off the edge. Travis Etienne doesn't know exactly who to block, and there's still defenders in coverage.
First time they've sacked Lawrence tonight. They pressured him a lot.
Absolutely. Now, to not let Jackson go off the hook as far as backups playing in this game and not primary starters. Just think about the secondary players that are playing for Buffalo right now tonight.
Great point.
And think about their DNA, like where they came from, undrafted free agents, late round draft picks. But this system, they buy in, they know the ins and outs of it. They get the results.
No. We got Bill smelling blood, trying to add to this lead before halftime. And here goes Codrington. And he's knocked down in good field position. Buffalo just the one timeout, but a minute 12 to build this lead. Guys, can Jacksonville get a first half stop? They couldn't stop Cleveland the last game. All three Browns possessions points tonight. 4 for 4 touchdowns.
If they're going to keep playing man coverage, no. They just don't have the pieces to handle all the different offensive weapons for Buffalo.
But here's the problem with zone coverage, right? If you don't understand pattern distribution and you can't match it and you're just playing spot drop zone coverage, Josh Allen will eat you alive, and he's doing it. If you're Ryan Nielsen, you're up against it right now.
Pitch across the middle, ball comes out. Flag down. Called a completion. It was recovered by Kincaid. Spotting the ball back where the fumble took place. Christian Braswell got in there and got a hand on the ball.
Did Walker line up offsides?
There's a flag down to the far side of the field. Sean Smith will sort this out for us.
Offside. Defense, number 44. 5-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Details. Something that right now this team's just lacking.
Said that Trayvon Walker must make an impact tonight in this game for Jacksonville. Have success defensively. He hasn't been able to so far. Quick pitch underneath. Johnson out of the backfield, stopped at midfield. Without the timeout, they got to move a little quickly here.
Good smart decision. Jacksonville plays Tampa 2, meaning everyone's dropping out deep. Throw it underneath.
And there's a pitch out of bounds. It'll stop the clock with 41 seconds left.
If you just watch the line of scrimmage here as they try to execute this end of half drive, Josh is basically playing something on 7 because this pass rush for Jacksonville, 31st in the NFL in pass rush win rate, they're just not getting there. Josh Hines Allen, I mean, he's just not getting there. Trayvon Walker, the Buffalo Bills offensive tackles are dominating this game, and therefore their offense can get whatever they want.
So twice in the last 30 years, the Bills have done what they're doing tonight. 4 for 4 touchdowns at the beginning of the game, trying to make it 5 for 5.
Great domination by their offensive.
And flag down. Allen's going to have a free play. Presses the ball downfield, and it's broken up. Valdez Scantling was open, but Monteric Buster Brown got a hand in.
Offside. Defense, number 91. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Details again, Dan. Second time in the series.
If you're Doug Peterson, you just have to be very discouraged with what's happening. I understand that Buffalo is dominating the game, but the self-inflicted wounds right now for this football team, tough for a head coach to understand.
Tougher to fix, apparently.
Here at Jet 26.
Across the middle, catch made. Be a first down, and a flag comes in on the hit against Shakir, and this may be a targeting.
Yeah.
Immediately you saw the Buffalo players making the signal there. It was Daniel Thomas. The safeties pressed into duty tonight.
That forcible contact to the head and neck area.
Result of the play is completed pass. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 10. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the dead ball spot. First down.
It's a personal foul.
Did you hear the control by the quarterback? You hear him say jet 26. They're trying to make sure that's with the protection. And then there's that shot to Shakir.
You're in a tough spot as a secondary player when the wide receiver ducks his head like this. You just have to. I mean, this is such a tough sport to play when it's played at the speed they're playing at.
Offense was looking pretty good before. Now 3 penalties on the drive and set the Bills up at the 23.
There's the motion. No one runs with them. It's zone defense.
Jump down. Tight end makes the catch and he's knocked down. Has the touchdown reception earlier.
I don't know how many plays Buffalo has run tonight that has not had some form of pre-snap motion. The amount of information that they're giving the quarterback and how much, in many ways, he's getting the ball, and before he actually gets the snap, he's got an idea. Hey, I don't have 5 options on this play. I probably have 2 because he's already understanding Jacksonville, what they're in coverage-wise. If they're going to play 2 high safeties down here, Jacksonville, Josh is going to think touchdown down the middle of the field, maybe a whole shot to a check down. If it's man, he's going to find a matchup. Is it Shakir that he loves again?
And looking off to the left, rolling that way, and flips it for a touchdown. Ty Johnson joins the party. 5 first-half scores by 5 different Bills. It's an avalanche.
What a performance by Josh Allen.
This time rolling to his left and delivering it with pinpoint accuracy.
Chris, that throw, I mean.
Yeah, I don't think we have any doubt about whether or not Josh Allen is underrated or not. Okay,
underrated, you said.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, overrated. Yeah.
Man, it looked like Buffalo whole squad gonna score.
Exactly. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, it's a Monday Night Showcase.
Buffalo clicking on all cylinders right now.
Last year, and he has seized
34-3
the stage in a huge way.
You just see it's just one-on-one coverage, and as a linebacker, you got to come and understand. You got to junction the running back and kind of knock him off course, and understand what you're getting. But Chad Muma, who's a fantastic athlete, stalls his feet, doesn't really quite take away anything, and Ty Johnson just runs to the post, runs to the flag rather. Josh puts it on him, touchdown. It's just one-on-one. I'm better than you.
I've seen every snap of Josh Allen's NFL career. That's the best half of football I've ever seen him play. Maybe outside of that Kansas City AFC Championship game 2 or 3 seasons ago.
This
is a clinic.
I'll say this, though. A guy as talented as Josh Allen, and he is supremely talented. Look, the whole argument about him being overrated was just absolutely ridiculous in the first place. We should never even utter those words again. But if you don't rush him, and he can just play in the pocket like this is what he's going to do. He's going to embarrass you.
Yeah, tremendous convergence of great game plan, play calling, perfect execution, and a Jacksonville defense who wasn't ready for any of it.
No, I mean, if you offer up no resistance.
Back in 30 seconds after a word from Nissan.
Hey, Google, turn on the Heisman House.
I'm in the game.
Hey, Google, turn on the rookie alarm.
Rise and shine.
Whoa. Nobody sleeps in on game day.
5 first-half touchdowns for Buffalo. 4 of them via Josh Allen. been smiling so much, but this is a different kind of thing. He was smiling with kind of quiet satisfaction as the O-line was doing their thing. The running game was carrying this team. And nothing going right for his counterpart, Trevor Lawrence.
I think for Trevor right now, it's just paramount. Buffalo's defense playing so good. Take a deep breath, okay? Just try to execute one good play. The defensive line for Buffalo's been fantastic. They've gotten takeaways, they've forced third downs, and they've kept everything in front. Take a deep breath and just try to run one clean offensive play.
Had one solid drive, got to the red zone. A 5-yard penalty was humongous. Forced the field goal attempt. We do have 3 timeouts. I want to try to get within range for little. Down to 7 seconds though. ETN short gain.
You just get the feeling that Trevor Lawrence is never comfortable, really settled in the pocket. Right there you saw Von Miller just absolutely whip Anton Harris off the edge.
Then if you're a leader, if you're in his position, well, what approach do you take? He's not a fiery guy. He's been encouraged to be more vocal, but it's just he doesn't feel it's authentic.
Yeah, you got to kind of play with a free mind right now. It is what it is. You know, I think you got to try to get a chunk completion here, Chris. And the big thing is, hey guys, we get 15, 20 yards here, immediately go down and pop a timeout. Then the decision of either a Hail Mary or a long field goal, but force a ball here.
Lawrence delivers a low throw, incomplete. It bounced before it got to Strange, and now with just 2 seconds, it's going to have to be a Hail Mary and a lateral.
Again, that's indicative of everything that's happened tonight, right?
Yeah.
Relatively clean pocket. Should be able to get enough on this football to get a completion. Trevor just seems frazzled right now. He seems scattered. The whole offense seems scattered.
Yeah, just like I said, take a calm, deep breath, reset at halftime.
And Lawrence will just roll out and flip it away. A nightmare for the visitors here. Euphoric celebration for the Bills fans and a strong statement. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes. Damar Hamlin, his first career interception, set up one of them in an overwhelming performance by Buffalo. On the way to a 3-0 start. And let's go to Laura with a probably pretty satisfied head coach.
Sean, what has allowed for the offensive success so far?
Well, just good, strong fundamentals. Good, strong, fundamental football.
What did it mean to you to see Damar Hamlin have his first career interception?
Well, that's amazing, right? God is good, and we give him all the glory. Damar's been amazing. What a journey he's been on.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All smiles for the Bills. The party that began early this morning is only building and will not abate anytime soon. 34-3 at the break. The all-time halftime is coming up next.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like, you know to check the weather first before sailing.
It's gonna get nasty later. Yep.
Hey, perfect day for sailing, huh?
I'll go tell the Coast Guard. Yep.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This is the Allstate Halftime.
Welcome to the Allstate Halftime. Ryan Clark, Jason Kelsey, I'm Scott Van Pelt. The old fundamentals, guys, the fundies. That's the fundamentals.
The best fundamentals I ever seen.
4 touchdowns in the first half for Josh Allen. It's the second time he's done that. You said as we watched this was the best half of football
I don't even think
we've
it's
seen.
Debatable. Best half of football by the Bills, especially the worst half of football by Jacksonville. I mean, they've been unstoppable, quite literally. I mean, Josh has, what, 4 touchdowns?
Correct.
They've got 5 as a team.
Touched the ball 5 times, have 5 touchdowns.
I mean, just complete dominance. We talked about before the game, when he's on, I don't know that, I mean, right now, as we're seeing, there's not anybody better. And he is on one right now.
Honestly, too,
think about this. If you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, how bad can you play? You understand it's Monday Night Football. You're an 0-2 team that has to get a win. You know what the statistics say about teams that go 0-3 in the playoffs, and you lay a freaking egg. I just don't care. Like, it's unacceptable for them to play this way. And we said before the game that when Josh Allen is on, he's not only a superstar, he's above and beyond that. The way that he can elevate a team, elevate the players with him. But, guys, you got to put up some sort of resistance. Right. There has to be something that's in you that says the pride in me will not allow this to keep happening.
We heard the speech before the game. We didn't hear the speech, but we heard that Coach Peterson preached urgency, but there was none. And if there was no pushback tonight. It's 5 touchdowns and 5 possessions, and I can't imagine what the conversation is at halftime.
Well, I mean, not only have they gotten it handed to them on defense, but offensively they continue to do the same thing. They've struggled in the red zone. They've dropped passes. The errant throw by Trevor. I mean, there's nothing that's improved. And if anything, it's just gotten drastically worse.
But the other thing is, too, though, just with urgency, though, normally you can see that. You can see the effort. You can see the straining. We're not seeing that from Jacksonville.
Well, I mean, Buffalo had 2 touchdowns and Jacksonville had 1 yard at one point in the game. It's gotten worse from there. Yeah. As for the game that's going on over on ABC, Washington and Cincinnati. Early on, very first possession for the Bengals. Play action. And guess who's open, Ryan?
Jamar Chase.
That's a perfect 41-yard touchdown pass to get them on the board after a B-Rob. Brian Robinson touchdown for Washington got them even. Austin Eckler squeezes through a hole here, and that burst was supposedly gone, or not.
Well, the Chargers wish it was.
Looks good right there.
Well, Eckler is able to put Washington in front there. And Cincinnati now playing catch-up at home. Buffalo at home, an absolutely dominating performance. 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns, 4 through the air from that man. Nobody circles the wagons. Like who? Buffalo Bills. Speaking of Boomer, his fastest 3 minutes, right around the corner.
You're watching the All-State Halftime. All-State, you're in good hands.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. This isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. You find diamonds in the rust to put your own stamp on stock parts, turning metal into murals and detailing every detail. Because it's the things you make that show what you're made of. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Welcome back to
Mountaintop at long last. The more things change, the more they remain the same. Wilder goes back a century, like Ali and Frazier. You gonna take what belongs to you.
Let me in.
Looking forward to that big one Saturday night. Let's look back at the best of Sunday now. Here's the fastest 3 minutes with our buddy Chris Berman.
Hi, Scott. Welcome to autumn. So let me channel my inner Don Henley and Eagles for a moment. Nobody on the road, nobody on the beach. The week began with 9 unbeatens. Could 3-0 be within their reach? Or something like that. Here we go with our fastest minute in television. Battle of 2-0 teams. Chargers at Steelers. Jim Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin, 2 coaches that know exactly what they're doing. So does Justin Fields. To Calvin Austin, touchdown. Steelers 3-0. They haven't allowed more than 10 points in any of their games. 2 more unbeatens in Minnesota. Former Texan Jonathan Grenard, 3 of the Vikings, 5 sacks. Sam Darnold threw 4 touchdown passes. This to Justin Jefferson, 3-0 Vikings. Saints were 2-0. Derek Carr and company, 91 points and 2 wins. Not Sunday. Too much Philly D, too much Saquon Barkley. Huge bounce back for the Eagles. Both of these teams 2-1. At Tampa Bay, the Bucs 2-0. Winless Denver in town against Baker Mayfield, but rookie Bo Nix running for a score. Denver with a shocker. 26-7, the Bucs no longer unbeaten. Geno Smith, Seattle to DK Metcalf, 71 yards. They beat Miami. Shh, the Seahawks are 3-0. Other end of the spectrum, Ravens trying to avoid going 0-3. What do? You give it to Derrick Henry. He ran for 151 at Dallas. Team ran for 274. Ravens off the schneid. Don't forget NFL Primetime at ESPN+. Scotty?
Boom, thank you. Remarkable moment. DeMar Hamlin gets his first ever pick. Buffalo on its way to being 3-0. Jacksonville has something to say about it, though. They get the ball first to start the second half. There you go, Jags.
Thank you for watching the All-State Halftime.
Today.
4 touchdown passes, only 6 incompletions, 2 were throwaways, 1 was a drop. Near perfection, you said, Dan, the best you've ever seen him play in a half. And Jacksonville on the wrong end of a 31-point margin.
I mean, this right now is going to be one of those fact-finding missions for head coach Doug Peterson. He's got to find out who his players are. What is this team made of? Not just with Trevor Lawrence, but on the defensive side, too. You haven't gotten a single stop. They've gone through you like a hot knife through butter. You got to find out some things about your football team. There's a long season left.
Now, they knew that the odds were long at 0-3, but I think Peterson, Lawrence, different Jaguar coaches and players we talked to certainly felt upbeat. They certainly felt capable of coming in here and winning this game. They did beat the Bills in London a year ago, but a lot more questions now than they had before the game coming in. And Josh Allen has been unpressured and almost flawless.
I mean, any moment you saw down in the red zone, something he is notorious for is spectacular extending play ability. Dalton Kincaid, this throw to Keon Coleman versus man coverage is perfect. This throw to Khalil Shakir versus man coverage, again, perfect. The control, the ball placement, the decision making, and then this throw rolling to his left with the flick of the wrist to Johnson. Just a special 30 minutes of football from an MVP type of player.
Jacksonville hands it to Etienne. Allen figures hand off a lot in the second half. First player to pitch 4 touchdown passes in the first half on Monday night. 17 years. There'll be a lot of firsts tonight as these numbers pile up. Crowd's still into it. They're still on their feet making noise. Play fake. Lawrence steps up, scans across the middle, a low throw, and the catch is made for a first down there by Christian Kirk. Laura?
Well, Chris, I spoke with Doug Peterson just before this half got started, and he said there's no way to look at this other than that we have to score a touchdown right now. He said that was his message to the entire team. He said this is not about slowing down Josh Allen at this point for our defense. They're on the ropes. This is about the offense sustaining some drives, putting some points on the board, doing what we've talked about all week long. He was certainly frustrated with the performance so far and just said all he can do is tell him to score here.
Our thanks. Yeah, the franchise born 29 years ago, never been down this big at halftime. Etienne drives inside the 45.
And to Laura's point, you know, Coach Peterson, those are 3 consecutive good plays for the offense. That's really the challenge right now. Can they just try and stack good play after good play? First down run, Trevor gets a play action completion, there's first down run. Now they're in that 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7 world. Stringing them together is the goal right now for this offense.
Pressure comes late. The ball comes out low and incomplete, bounced in front of Luke Farrell.
I mean, that's just a basic Y stick that you just got to hit. He had enough separation. You have a clean pocket, hit it and throw it in rhythm. It's just, and now here you got 3rd down. A down that hasn't been kind to this football team.
Really important communication. This crowd, how well this offensive line can handle what Trevor Lawrence is telling them with his protection rules. And then Trevor's got to see the disguise of these safeties. There it is. He's changing protection. He's sending his offensive line to the right.
And the pressure is picked up, and the catch is made right near the marker. Driven back is Gabe Davis. It is a first down.
That's a good play. You know, that's a good job by Trevor Lawrence. That's what you want out of your young quarterback. It's important to remember he is still a young and still building quarterback.
Early in his 4th season. I saw the statistic earlier. Since he came into the league, you begin from 21 on. He has the most turnovers in the league. Allen is actually 2nd. And it's 4th down here. We spotted, so got to Pick up about a half yard.
Trevor 6'6", 220. Use that big body, pick up the first down, and then see if you are setting yourselves in a situation where maybe you can take a shot down the field. Work the outside passing game.
Snuck it on 4th and a long one earlier successfully. Bills are bunched right there in the middle, expecting it. Instead, they hand it off. Bigsby trying to bounce it, and he's going to get it. Tripped up, but not before he picks up first down yardage by Benford.
That's a heck of an individual effort on Tank Bigsby to be able to jump this ball outside. It's all wadded up in the interior, and that just little cut right there to avoid Cam Lewis and pick up the first down. That's not something you necessarily always associate with Tank Bigsby. He's a north-south runner. That's a fantastic pickup.
So play 7 of this drive. Lawrence well protected down the middle. That's a strike. Best ball he's thrown tonight to Christian Kirk, and a flag comes in on the tackle.
It's there. The talent is there. You see it. Kirk on that seam. That ball's thrown perfectly.
He likes that deep middle. He's been actually pretty effective in that area throughout his career and also this year.
Yeah, and that's his guy.
Play is a completed pass. Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense, number 3. Half the distance penalty, automatic, first down.
We got DeMar Hamlin on the personal foul, which will move the football inside the 10. It's a 24-yard pickup plus 15.
Yeah, he's great eyes, holds the safety, and then throws that as that trailing nickel defender's underneath. Perfectly in stride to Kirk. That one's dicey to me.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was... DeMar came in with the helmet. I mean, with the shoulder pad.
Pretty regulation.
Yeah. Look clean.
First and goal. Fake to Etienne. Lawrence flips it to the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Brenton Strange got open, and the Jags finally find the end zone. So Peterson said, hey, if we're going to play a little hard and show what we've got, it starts with moving the ball down the field and cutting into this massive lead.
Strange comes down as they go ball fake. Hold that defender just a hezzy off the line, and then easy pitch and catch. Listen, I know what the game is right now, but that is exactly what this football team needed. Clean play after clean play, a couple big throws.
Now the other problem. Allen and the Bills get the ball back. We'll see if the Jacksonville defense can get a stop. Strange twists and makes the grab. 34-10.
it's trouble.
That run puts him over 300 scrimmage yards tonight. Run it for 40. Back to Cook. And a scrimmage. You talked about Ryan Nielsen. He really wanted this job coordinating this Jacksonville defense. He was the 8th guy that Peterson interviewed. And the interview took place while this guy had his family at Disney World on It's a Small World.
Great ride.
Great ride. Yes. He's sitting there in the dark. One of the slowest moving rides. When you want to have an urgent phone call about your professional future, maybe that's not where you want to be sitting. He told a very funny story about that. He's trying to figure, do I get off and walk through the water and find an exit so I can talk to Peterson? The interview worked out, but this is not what he had in mind.
Not a great song in the moment, maybe.
No.
I'll give you that.
He might want to be sitting on Small World right now.
It's not been a fun ride, that's for sure. Pump fake. Allen just kind of slides down the 7-yard line. He's having fun tonight.
Second time tonight he's done that. You know, everyone always talks about Josh Allen. Does he have to change his style of play? I mean, he's had 4 or 5 carries tonight, and 2 or 3 times he's smartly slid before any form of contact.
Yeah, there's no point up 24 in a comfortable game.
Totally.
Take a shot if you don't need it.
You know, Sean McDermott, he really colored this football game for us in his interview with Laura before the half. He said this is about fundamental football. That's what is on display here tonight. It's not about trickery. It's not about a big playbook. It's about fundamentals, and Buffalo right now is teaching you.
Allen has a ton of time. Scanning, re-scanning, fires across the middle. It was a dangerous throw. It was just over the fingertips. Ventrell Miller was there thinking about a pick. And here comes the field goal team. For the first time tonight, Buffalo does not reach the end zone on the possession.
Okay, so really good red zone defense by Jacksonville. Josh tries to get out to the right, doesn't. So listen, you start the half, you go down, march, you get in the end zone, and then you bend but don't break defensively. Positives for your football team.
Reliable Tyler Bass. They trust him in all weather conditions, which is important here in Buffalo. On a perfect night, he knocks the chip back through. The lead back up to 27.
Walmart deals are ready to drop. Shop October 8th through the 13th. And Walmart Plus members get early access to all the hot deals. Get ready to save big. Shop Walmart deals October 8th through the 13th.
This game is unpredictable. And unbelievable happens. So if you bet, set limits. Never chase your losses. And only bet what you can afford to lose. Learn more at responsibleplay.org.
Cannot wait for this heavyweight collision in the regular season. No trophy at stake for a change when the Dogs and the Crimson Tide collide. Georgia's lost twice in the last 51 games, both of them to Alabama. But the Tide are underdogs at home for the first time since 2007. Favored in 90 straight home games.
That'd be a fun one, huh?
Looking forward to it. Kalen DeBoer, of course, Stepping in for Nick Saban, and just a massive moment for him and his program.
It's like Godzilla versus Kong out there.
I love it.
That's the Titans. You love it. It is. College football's had a great season. So
might not be the only time those teams collide. We'll see. This season I'm talking about. So Trevor Lawrence talked about trying to find consistency, and it's about finding, in his words, Lewis, clarity, trying to get in the zone quicker and stay there longer. He admitted it's been a little bit of a challenge for him throughout his career, clearing that static out.
Yeah, we had a great conversation, didn't we? And it was something that I know he reflected on after our production meeting. And right now is like one of those moments where he needs to find that clarity, just be decisive and clear within the context of this offense with what he is deciding to do.
Things look fuzzy and not clear. Even the simple throws are off and don't look easy tonight.
Yeah, I think with Trevor at times it's too much of chasing perfection instead of just chasing progress. You know, it's always trying to be perfect, the perfect feet, the perfect throw, the perfect read, instead of just, hey, what's the play call? Visualize it. What's the defense? Where does the ball go? 1, 2 to 3, and just that's what Lewis is talking about, the clear element of that.
The play fake, pitch along the sidelines, and catch is made by Kirk, who's knocked out of bounds near midfield. First down.
So Chris, like, just watch his feet. Okay, when he threw the interception to DeMar, his feet were all over the place. Now just watch how his back foot hits the ground, and there's a conviction. 1, 2, 3, ball's out. You see, there's that clarity that Lewis is kind of referencing. 1, 2, 3. Not trying to do too much. Can he do that 60 times? That's the question. 50 times a game.
Pressure swallows him up. Slammed to the ground. That was A.J. Epinesa. Second Buffalo sack tonight.
You just see Epinesa against Cam Robinson. You're going to see him here. And just look at his dips, that inside shoulder. You see it was just textbook. Dip and rip with perfect execution, and then get that inside foot flat down the line of scrimmage and close.
Let's see if the Jags can put together a scoring drive.
Like Epinesa.
Looking good right now, but Bill's still in control, 37-10.
The catch made by Parker Washington. Yeah, you put the tape on if you're going to play the Jaguars, and you see that on every edge rusher they face is just licking his chops, trying to get around on number 74.
Yeah, I mean, look, pass protection is critical for this young quarterback to find that rhythm and that clarity he's looking for.
He got hit that time.
He stands in there.
You see that though, Lou? He stands 1, 2, 3. Back foot hits, and it's out on time.
And look, he talked about the fact that, look, I need to find the ability to kind of recalibrate myself so I can play with consistency. It seems like he's doing it now.
Trying to recover from that long sack. They need 8 on 3rd down. Dart across the middle. That was an accurate throw. Just short is Kirk. See where the spot is. Running in from the side, I thought they were putting the ball down short of the 41.
You're obviously going for it if you're short. Yep. They've gotten into that shrunk down formation a couple times so far. Once the Trevor Lawrence sneak, once Tank Bigsby makes something happen. I think if you're Trevor Lawrence, you're trying to look to the right or left of your center. If there's a soft spot, QB sneak it that way.
There's a hole to the right of the center. He's going to hand it off instead, and they do convert again on 4th and short. That's ETN.
And I love the pre-snap, you know, just body movements of quarterbacks. You see the kind of the signal that he's given. Every time he's given that signal, it's been a handoff to the running back. But you know what?
That kind of wipe of the chest.
Yeah, exactly. You see it right there.
What he's doing, Lou, that's those two plays in huddle. He's kind of wiping away the first play and going to that second.
But he's done that now a couple times. It kind of tells that you try to pick up on him as a signal caller, as a linebacker and safety on defense.
Update on the other game. The Commanders is on top of the Bengals.
Those are showing pressure.
21-13 at the half.
And Lawrence high ball way over the head of Strange.
He let that go just in time because Greg Rousseau, who you see on your screen, was screaming around the edge.
Follow up on that interesting conversation you had with Trevor and the issue of clarity versus static. You come in here and urgency's been preached, and you know how tough it is in this environment. That can make it harder to reach the state that he's trying to find, but that's the job of the NFL quarterback, right?
Especially for a $55 million a year quarterback. With that kind of pay comes great responsibility, and he knows it, he accepts it, and he's trying to find his place right now.
Here he is changing the play again.
But it's, yeah, they're going to take a timeout there. Play clock was winding down. It was Buffalo that took the timeout on defense, though. Interesting. Back to Buffalo after this.
Did you know Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company? They're one of America's largest financial services companies, too. Just like I'm so much more than quarterback Peyton Manning. I'm also Peyton Manning.
It's lovely, Peyton.
Did you say Peyton or Peyton?
Peyton.
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 Great work.
Thank you. For your insurance and financial needs, Peyton, Nationwide is on your side.
The UPS store is more than just a shipping store. We're the pack it, ship it, guarantee it store. We know running a small business takes a lot of grit and hustle. So we're the stress less store and the we've got your back store. Because when you trust us to pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. So it'll get into the hands of your customers safely. Which is why we're the stand by our work guaranteed store. Come into the UPS store today and be unstoppable.
This is the mark of a fighter. A rich, full-flavored lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. You've earned this, so hold it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Welcome to this year's championship game. This is the big one.
With Amex Gold, you can enjoy over $400 back in dining value annually. So you can raise the bar on game night. That's the powerful backing of American Express.
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. And BK, have it your way.
What if the promise of better work wasn't just something we dreamed about, but something we found?
This might be the one.
Or better yet,
no way!
Something that found us.
I got the interview.
There's fierce competition, hot debate for the title of best wings in Buffalo. Locals would say that place is a contender. I love the bartender's skull there too.
Give me a bunch of garlic Parmesan wings. I'm in a good place.
That's your choice?
I don't love a ton of spice, Chris. Not surprising. Not surprising.
2nd and 10. Off the Buffalo timeout. Jacksonville.
Washington starting off the second half with the ball.
First down.
This guy's a different guy.
In command of the game, 21-13.
This is a different person. Just hanging in the pocket, driving the ball downfield, pinpoint accuracy, trusting his feet.
Not the homecoming that Gabe Davis had hoped for here. Super popular, knows everybody in town. Had been a little jawing on their group chat with his former teammates. Just a second catch for Davis. Final 30 seconds of the third. Another easy pitch and catch, and Thomas didn't go out of bounds. Cut up inside and sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's see if the Jaguars can finish this drive off strong and put up 6.
Everybody lives in the town. All smiles for this reunion.
This is a great indication of what they thought of him when he was here, man. I mean, being good people, being a good teammate, it really does mean something. And they love him here. You see Josh Allen in particular.
Final quarter coming up from Buffalo. Jacksonville on the move, trying to cut into a 27-point lead.
You can feel it when your dream becomes a pursuit. And with vitiligo, the pursuit for your pigment is no exception. It's time you had a proven choice to help restore what's yours. Opzelura is the first and only FDA-approved prescription treatment for non-segmental vitiligo, proven to help repigment skin over time, restoring what's yours. It's possible with a steroid-free cream that you can apply yourself.
Opzelura can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB or hepatitis B or C. Serious lung infections, skin cancer, blood clots, and low blood cell counts occurred with Opzelura. In people taking JAK inhibitors, serious infections, increased risk of death, lymphoma, other cancers, and major cardiovascular events have occurred. The most common side effects were acne and itching where applied.
Repigmentation is possible. Ask your dermatologist today about starting or refilling Opzelura. Pursue it.
Prime Big Deal Days is coming October 8th and 9th with exclusive savings just for Prime members.
You'll feel like a big deal. Shop deals on electronics, fashion, and more this Prime Big Deal Days, October 8th and 9th.
At Verizon, every phone can be the new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence. Wow, phones are going to be flying to Verizon.
That's right. New and existing customers can trade in any phone in any condition and get iPhone 16 Pro on us. Only on Verizon.
Beware the wild cards. They're here to catch fire, to bring the heat, and light up the scoreboard. Just a smart. Because this is the postseason. Buckle up. You never know what can happen. Where all it takes is one hot streak to make a run for the title. Welcome to October. The Wild Card Series begins October 1st on ESPN.
Beginning of the final period. Jacksonville threatening here. Trevor Lawrence in the quarter 9 of 11 for 111 yards, playing very differently than he did early in the game when the outcome was far from in doubt.
Way more conviction in what he's looking at defensively and thinking about offensively.
ETN and blockers falls forward to the 6. He struggled big time. They were falling farther and farther behind, so there was urgency in every possession to try to match. They couldn't do it. 59 yards passing, that was it in the first half. Didn't have much going on the ground either. But he's been freed up. If you don't think about, hey, pressure, 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 and you kind of disconnect from the results, can't you play better at times as a quarterback?
Just play the play. You know, just, hey, what's the play? And operate the play as clean, given the defense, as possible.
Second and goal. And whistle and the flag is out.
Jaden Daniels, touchdown pass to Scott. Washington Commanders up 28-13.
He's at right tackle for Anton Harrison. These are these self-inflicted wounds right here, man, that just kill the momentum of drives and the kind of things that just frustrate coaches. Look, I understand you're going up against their best pass rusher, or one of their best pass rushers in Greg Rousseau. Just stay in that moment that we're talking about with Trevor. Just focus in on the task at hand.
Zone defense, get a completion.
Across the middle, zipped, incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there to Gabe Davis and Hamlin.
Yeah, but he's got Christian Kirk underneath, and that's, you do that little short little motion. Watch, Trevor's eyes are looking downfield the whole time. Take that ball underneath. Kirk can split defenders and do something with it.
See, this is one of the things that we talked about with him. Like, sometimes do you get locked in? Do you predetermine what you want to do?
Sure.
Instead of just reading it out organically.
Third and goal. Backpedaling, delivers a throw to the end zone, and it's broken up. He was pushed back by the pressure, kind of slung it into the corner there. Heavy pressure from Ed Oliver, and it's fourth down.
A really good stunt. by Buffalo defensively, giving Kirk a chance. You'd love to see him go make that play.
That hits him right in the face mask. I mean, that's a heck of a throw by Trevor Lawrence, knowing he's going to take a shot right there on his left shoulder. He put it in a place where Kirk has to make that.
You got it.
That hit him right in the face mask.
4th and goal from outside the 12.
That was my face watching Josh play in the first half. All right, so 4th and goal. If you're Trevor Lawrence, the ball has to leave your hand here. No sack, okay? So everything you can do to keep a play alive. If something's there, you cut loose. If not, go be a playmaker. Go be an athlete.
McDermott appeared to just say back up, so they're going to drop and play coverage here. Looks like it.
Now look at Trevor changes the play. Defense changed the play.
Oh, let's see who get him across first. That's 5 more against Walker Little.
Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
He comes in cold and 2 penalties. In the first half, they had a 1st and 5 after a Buffalo penalty. Did the same thing, and it killed their chances.
I mean, it just continues to happen. You see it right here. I mean, these aren't on coaching. This isn't a coaching issue. This is players just not being able to handle the moments.
It's also a little bit of this crowd. This crowd's rocking.
Don't you just watch the snap, though?
They're trying to jump it. That silent Canaan, when that guard tells that center, he's trying to anticipate.
Back at the 17 now on 4th and goal. Lawrence dropped. Chased down and sacked by Von Miller. The 35-year-old legend. Knows he's not a starter, knows he's going to have situations, and even though the game is basically decided, that's a sweet one for number 40. A celebratory night in Buffalo.
AI can help your employees deal with onboarding, benefits, and other busy work so they can actually do the work they love.
It's just jubilation and euphoria for the Bills fans. They see Von Miller come up with a sack. He's had one now in each of the 3 games this season. They're cranking up the killers, Mr. Brightside. No one sat down here. The party began at 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's really been in full force the last couple hours inside the stadium. As the Bills go back on offense and 1st down run. Cook dropped behind the line. So looking at this Buffalo team, and we'll get to Jacksonville later as well, but Buffalo now going to 3-0. This score is going to get people's attention. They weren't that big a favorite tonight. Jacksonville had urgency. And now we're 3-0, headed off on a 3-game road trip, and none of those games are going to be easy. The Ravens, big effort yesterday. The Texans will be upset, divisional rival, after losing yesterday. The Jets on a Monday night. So can they keep this roll going away from home as Davis gets up near the marker?
I think what you're going to find out is that on the road, right, you always want to pack your run game. You want to pack your physicality. That's what you're going to find out. Those three teams are going to play, have some pretty tough fronts. And we're going to see this newly configured offensive line. That is, again, probably the best offensive line in football right now. Run in, pass blocking combined. Going up against some good fronts on the road. Crowd noise will be against them. We're going to find out a lot about this Buffalo Bills football team, as if we don't know enough already.
Funky handoff there to Ray Davis, and the rookie is stopped behind the line. Josh Hines-Allen got there.
Josh has done this a couple times tonight. You know, handoffs to the right, he almost hands off with his right hand. He's got the left-hand glove. So he's done that multiple times tonight. I don't think anything's wrong with this hand, the left hand, by all accounts. They've said nothing. Maybe it's a comfort thing. You know, maybe he feels more comfortable handing the ball off with that right hand instead of that left-handed glove.
Guys, we have a Sam Martin signing.
Hey,
he's been cited back there, the first punt for Buffalo tonight.
One of the best punters in the league.
One of the longest tenured ones, too. It's his 12th year. A few different teams. He'll spend a timeout. So how good is this Buffalo team?
Yeah.
I mean, you come in, obviously, small sample size, 2 games, 2 wins. This performance tonight, though, levels above what they did.
I would tell you, offensively, I think they're probably one of the most difficult teams just to match up against. Lewis's point, the offensive line. Everything else is easier because the offensive line is so good. And if you're going to play zone, you better be able to play zone defense and handle their run game, tackle well in space. And if you're going to play man, you got to deal with the 2 tight ends. You got to deal with Shakir. You got to deal with MVS, Mac Hollins, and Keon Coleman. Realistically, you got to have 5 guys who can cover.
Whistle on a flag before the snap. Look, they've had some great regular seasons. You'll look at this and say, hey, they're the strong favorites to win the AFC East again. But 63 wins over 5 years is the most for a team to not reach a Super Bowl. 63 regular season and playoff wins. That's second only to Kansas City.
That's the
1-3 and played in 4. So that's what I'm asking is success for this franchise, for this team, is really defined in January.
No doubt. It is a Super
Bowl. February.
But they've set the foundation. You can see it now, if they can keep it together, for what will give them success in the playoffs.
Martin gets a good boot away. And driven back as Duvernay makes the fair catch at the 15. And get another flag down. It's been tricky to get this punt off clean. We can see what this is. This was down not at the line of scrimmage. Boy, the punt was fair caught.
At the end of the play, personal foul, kicking team number 46. 15-yard penalty will be added to the dead ball spot. First down, timeout.
Mr. Marcus Ingram getting a little salty at the end of the play. Jacksonville back to work, 11:55 to go.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Start to break away from UC with Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Tremfya blocks a key source of inflammation. At 1 year, many people experienced remission, and some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Coach Gecko.
Coach G. Laura, Dan, I didn't realize the media would be here.
No, this isn't for work. We're just really big fans.
And we're scouting for our fantasy insurance teams.
Geico has all the top prospects and 97% satisfaction rating. That's unreal.
Oh my gosh, it's true. True! Smells like insurance.
Suppose Geico does have devoted fans. It's not weird.
Jade, sign my arm.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
She only signs claims checks.
Today, let's paint with Behr, America's most trusted paint brand.
Wait, we don't have Behr.
Well, with Behr, you can paint a whole room for under $100. How much did you spend?
More?
I thought you said you researched this.
Don't overpay for your next project. Get Behr quality at
Just added the score to the Commanders Bengals game for you guys.
Yo, can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
¿Qué?
Can I play?
Ah, can I kick it? Can I kick it?
Can I try?
당연하지.
Can I kick it? Yes, you can. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Tonight's clutch play is brought to you by Bud Light. Also, perhaps the moment of the night is DeMar Hamlin, symbol, courage, and resilience, had never had an interception in his pro career until this overthrow by Trevor Lawrence. And it set up another touchdown, and the place just went unhinged. Another level of euphoria when they saw number 3 with that football in his hands.
Football's such an emotional game, a game of relationships. You can see he has so much love that comes from this city towards him and that he gives back to this city and his teammates. It's the very best part about sports right there.
Lawrence spins in the pocket, and he's going to be brought down. Casey Toole, a reserve defensive end, says, yeah, let me eat too. Everybody's wanting to get after Lawrence tonight. It's looking pretty easy.
And this, I mean, he feels Travis Etienne, I think, just that color over his left, and there's the spin, you know, coming off of that just really strong third quarter.
Deep drop, short throw was kind of wide. Etienne had to go to the ground to grab it right near the line of scrimmage. Talked about the organization here, the continuity. It's year 8 for Brandon Beane together with Sean McDermott. Lewis, you talked about the scouting app. They know how to find players others don't see, how to develop them.
Yeah.
Such a clarity and an identity, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're in lockstep. Brandon Beane, Sean McDermott, he gives them the profiles, and not just physical profiles.
Kind of talking about the Bills' way, and McDermott said, we have the standard here. It's established with great clarity at every position on the football team, and I would say in the organization, not just the team.
Yeah, and really what he's talking about with standards, it's a football character thing. Are you going to show up here early? Are you going to stay late? Are you going to get extra reps? Are you going to take care of your body in the training room? Are you going to eat right? You're going to listen to the veterans? And are you going to have the football intelligence to do what we tell you to do, down after down?
So the owner, Terry Pagula there. I mean, 4th down play.
Just a great operation.
Great fans, too. I mean, no one's left. They're all on their feet. They're as loud as they were in the first quarter right now, even though they're up huge. Timeout taken by Jacksonville.
I think one of the amazing things about this football team right now is 2 years ago, this was the #1 defense in football. There are 5 high-end starters that are not on that defense or this defense that were on that one. 2 of the best safeties in football, Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer, Tre'Davious White, Matt Milano and Taron Johnson. Those are big-time players. For some reason, this organization finds a Jamarcus Ingram, and then a Cam Lewis, and a Dorian Williams, and a Balin Spector, and they don't skip a beat.
Again, this is about profiles. When you get down in the 6th, 7th rounds and undrafted free agents, I'm telling you, it's about football character. It's about guys who love the game, who will listen to what Sean and Bobby Babbitt, the defensive coordinator, are telling them.
It's a group of guys that, in their words, nobody else wanted. That's sort of the identity. That's how they feel about themselves. I mean, a few guys everybody wanted, but I get your point. It's a roster of guys who are gritty, in the minds of some overachievers. They take over on downs.
What's Danny doing?
He saved so much bundling home and auto that he bundled football with football.
Bundling life! Bundle and save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Joe Burrow, 2-yard pass for a touchdown.
I'm from here. I'm from there.
Pacheco turns on the speed.
Football's everywhere.
28-20.
Back to back, Super Bowl champion.
Commitment to the look, to the pregame preparation, to the signs, to the noise they make.
Look at the fellas.
Long way to go, but it might not be easy to win a playoff game in here. I'm just saying. It never has been.
False start. Offense number 41. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Mitch Trubisky, and that's going to be an evening for Josh Allen. And what an evening. He's the veteran, let go by the Steelers. He's played about 4 snaps this year of mop-up against the Dolphins. Davis fights for a short game. To Scott Van Pelt. Scotty, what do you got for us?
Chris, I got a touchdown in Cincinnati. After T. Higgins couldn't get 2 feet in bounds on 3rd down, Joe Burrow to Andre Yoshivach. His 3rd touchdown of the season. Bengals within 8, 3:03 to go 3rd quarter over on ABC.
One of those 0-2 teams that felt like Jacksonville, some urgency, falling way behind, now trying to rally to get their first win.
They've got a guy at the trigger position that will not blink. He will keep firing.
Trubisky off to Davis again, falling forward. Here's the career of Mitch Trubisky, 30 years old, in North Carolina. 71 appearances. I mean, safe to say it didn't pan out as a Bears first-round pick.
We know how much quarterback success is so determined on your surroundings and your stability of your situation. He's found a place. Obviously, he's comfortable in this quarterback room up here with Josh Allen.
36 gets the ball quickly out to Curtis Samuel, who dances and fights. Speaking of the Bears, Caleb Williams fans, should they be concerned about his development and his ability to be developed by the Bears organization early on?
It's hard to play in this league. It's incredibly hard to play in this league early on. They're not protecting him that well. I think they got to find a little bit more of a unified passing game. And then Caleb's going to have to grow, because a lot of the stuff that Caleb did at USC, which was that unbelievably talented playmaking, it's the rarity in this league, not the norm.
See if Jaden Daniels, rookie class, can come up with a win tonight. Bass. 2 for 2 tonight. That from 43 yards.
What the Jags doing? Bills running away with it.
Back up to 30.
40-10. Commanders driving right now. 28-20 score.
Scaling your AI pilots
Commanders on top.
Think again. With Watson X, you can deploy AI across any environment. Above the clouds and on lots of clouds. With your secured data on-prem, in real time on center court, and assisting bank tellers on the edge. Watson X helps you deploy AI wherever you need it, so you can take your business wherever it needs to go. IBM, let's create.
Military veteran and USAA member Sam Elliott, I'm Gronk, your new roommate.
Roommate?
Mm-hmm. Wow. I've been trying to join USAA for years.
Gronk, you know it's for the military community and their families.
I know I can't join, but I could live in your house and ride in your truck, both USAA insured. Roomie?
Roomie. USAA, auto, home, life, and bank.
From this can't miss moment, to this hello new grandpa moment, to that whatever this is moment. Your moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older, or 60 or older with certain chronic conditions, you're at higher risk of being hospitalized from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. You have options. Ask your doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine. Because moments like these matter.
Choose joy. Choose the road. Choose your people. Choose your shot. Take it. Choose to get in there. Even better, get out there. That's it. Way out there. Choose your calling. Choose to really care. Choose to go for it. Just choose. We craft cars for those who choose to do more than simply move.
I wake up.
Monday doubleheader again next week. The Seahawks visiting the Lions. They pummeled Miami 24-3. Dolphins lose another quarterback now with the Titans coming in. What does Miami do at the quarterback position, fellas, to try to salvage 2024?
Yeah, you got to make phone calls, because you can't be dependent on the determination of what Tua's going to do. Find a signal caller.
That'll be a topic we get into a lot next Monday. Well, we focused on the coverage for the Jaguars tonight, which has been shredded.
And you asked, how good is this football team? If you can't play man coverage and pay attention to all the motions, you're going to be in trouble. Josh picks Keon Coleman, then comes underneath the Khalil Shakir, who's running that beautiful shallow cross. Yards after the catch. Down in the red zone, there's motion again. Lined up Johnson, not even James Cook. I think that's the challenge. How many teams in this conference in the AFC can just play straight up man coverage?
Coming to spell Lawrence, whose night is done, and it's ETN getting loose. It's their best run for the running back position tonight. Picked up 14. Against man coverage, these are Allen's numbers. 2 of the 4 touchdowns.
When you're getting the kind of throwing windows that he's been getting tonight in terms of separation that his receivers are getting, look, a guy of his caliber, it's over.
Yeah.
You have no chance, especially if he's not being hurried in the pocket. It's just over.
You've got a couple of guys who at one time were first-round picks playing backup roles now in the game. Mac Jones, drafted by New England, now brought into Jacksonville to back up number 16.
When you look at this football team, 1 through 53, that being the Jaguars, When they're at full strength, and I know they were missing 3 guys in their secondary, you would take a lot of these guys individually off of this football team and say, look, I'd like to work with him, I'd like to work with him. They've got to get them all playing together and playing intelligent football, which they just have not been able to do.
Jones, pump fake, ball knocked loose, scooped up. Eventually fumbled and then scooped up. That's Casey Toohill, a guy who's come off the bench here, made a big impact late in the game. Another takeaway for this Buffalo defense. Another pass pro breakdown.
It's Cam Robinson again on the left side. I mean, you just see it. The pocket just gets violent. I mean, you just see it right there.
Sullivan knocked it loose.
I mean, he beat Cam on an inside pass rush and was able to get penetration. I mean, I don't care what quarterback you have back there. I don't care what plays you're calling.
Casey Toohill, a chance at a big man touchdown.
Could have gotten up.
This is one of those fun moments in games as a defensive player when you know you've got a team that's basically just scoreboard watching and waiting to get out of here. You have fun. It's like playing the game as a kid again.
Not fun for the quarterbacks.
That's true.
The line has had another rough evening. Trubisky hands it off. This is Ty Johnson.
You know, Lewis, you just said something fun. At practice, standing on the sidelines, having conversations with so many guys on the team, the word that kept coming up is the buzzword culture. And they were like this, to a man, everyone said, this is the best one I've been around. Guys who have been in the league 6, 7, 8, 9 years, 2, 3, 4 different organizations. They said that these guys on this team spend so much time together and enjoy being around each other so much. I think you're starting to see some of that translate onto the field.
Von Miller talked about that. There's a lot of focus and discipline, and he had an interesting reason why the Bills players were so focused. Johnson around the end. We'll get to that as he muscled out inside the back. Von said, listen, you know what? There's just aren't a lot of hookah lounges here in Buffalo. No hookah lounges for the players to go late at night and get distracted. That's why there's so much focus and discipline here. I think he was serious. I love Von. He says some interesting stuff, but that stopped me because I never hookah lounge had never come up in any player interview.
No, I've never heard it before. I'll tell you what, Josh Allen, the guy on your screen, also had a great comment, which he said, look, you could be at any player's house within 10, 15 minutes.
You're right.
And we spend a lot of time with one another just going over each other's houses. That camaraderie, those relationships, I'm telling you.
Visit your teammates. Don't go to the hookah lounge.
Yeah.
That's the message.
Yeah, that's a better choice.
Johnson again stepped up at the line of scrimmage.
I was fortunate and blessed enough to play a couple years behind Matthew Stafford. Josh reminds me so much of Matthew Stafford. The innate ability or the unique ability to be two guys at one time. Like, Josh knows unequivocally he's the superstar franchise quarterback, the CEO of the billion-dollar organization. He just wants to be one of the guys. He just wants to be one of the guys, and I think that's why so many of his teammates love him, love being around him, love playing with and for him.
Just one of the guys, you have to be the guy, can also do that role pretty well. Davis powers into the end zone as Buffalo punctuates a beatdown on Monday night. And the quarterback still very energized and fired up from the sidelines for the backups who are in there. First NFL touchdown. Been some firsts tonight. Ray Davis, the rookie out of Kentucky, played 3 different colleges in his career. Vanderbilt, Temple, Kentucky, now up here in Buffalo. And a lot of guys are walking up, holding onto that football as souvenirs tonight.
Yeah.
You know?
There's no better feeling than when you know you're imposing your will on another team and everybody's getting in on it. Just look at the joy on the sidelines. Ball boys, trainers.
There's no foul on the play. There's no play, it's touchdown.
What does that tell you?
I mean, it's just, it tells you that, like, there is no, I talked about this before, there is no disease of me on this football team, meaning everybody is happy for each other's success, regardless of whether or not you had any success. You just want the group to get better. There's no pouting, there's no complaining about touches, it doesn't look like. And it all starts at the very top. It starts with the quarterback in the locker room.
Yep.
Davis, the 6th different Bill to score a touchdown tonight to amplify your point. It's been a lot of wealth, a lot of it spread around. Speaking of wealth, some of it was invested in a new Bill Stadium, which is going to be ready for the 2026 season. Basically, it's next door, kind of a steel skeleton at the moment, but it's going to be pretty. It's going to be intimate, like 60,000. A lot of the seats covered by the canopy, but open air. They do not want to take away that home field advantage in the winter. And it's just next door to this place. Be some radiant heating technology, I'm told, to help keep the fans warmer than they would otherwise be on those cold days.
It's a radiant heat, huh?
Terry Pegula. In the other sport I cover, tennis, he's known as Jessica's dad. Jessica Pegula, his daughter, reaching the U.S. Open final. Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is a pretty unique place. This is a pretty special town, pretty special fan base. With what seems to be pretty special team.
How special, of course, unfold over the next few months, and they hope into January and February. Well, here's Jessica Pegula.
Washington just kicked the field goal. Stay on top of the Bengals, 31-20.
Quarterfinals, check that out. Semifinals, made the final, and gave a hard fight to Marina Sabalenka there. Beat her in 2 tight sets. Terry was down there to cheer her on. Obviously, comes from an extremely privileged background, but Jessica makes her own career, makes her own way, very much her own person. Jones pitches on the edge to Thomas. Where do the Jaguars go from here? They got another tough game. It's on the road. It's against Houston, and it's the 4th consecutive opponent. It's a playoff team from a year ago. It's the first time in 5 years that it seems had to start a season against 4 straight playoff opponents, so it gets no easier for them.
Look, football is a series of character checks. From play to play, down to down, game to game, and they're going to have one right now. Head coach Doug Peters.
To get that the Colts, then they go to London for a couple of games, but will the postseason even be in play? We were over there in London when they turned things around last season, had a couple of wins, and went off to a nice run, eventually got to 8-3 before things fell apart.
I mean, some of the things I don't know if you quite honestly can correct. I mean, there's some things that may just be deficiencies all year long. Pass protection could be an issue. Can they rush the passer better with all those athletes they have up front?
Etienne takes off.
That's one guy they can count on.
He had a huge game as they dominated Buffalo physically with the ground game a year ago in London. One of those wins that they picked up. Boy, but a different story a season later.
Yeah, I think there's 2 things. There's got to be an obsession with the details. That is lacking right now in this football team. And I think they've got a fantastic coaching staff. I truly believe that. But that has to come from their players. And the second thing is this offense needs an identity. It needs to find something in someone that it can start games with.
Okay, he's on the screen right now.
It's got to be him. And I love the guy. I love the guy. There's not a bigger fan. The scrutiny is going to get even greater, you know? And I think you're going to show him that 3rd quarter, and you're going to say, this is who you are. This is number 16. It's in there. You just got to be free and kind of have it be not caring enough to care, or caring enough not to care, essentially.
Long throw. Jumping the route was Kair Elam. Thinking about pick 6.
You know what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've talked about this, you know, a lot here tonight, and it's important, and it's one of those things that's hard to wrap your, you know, to kind of get a grip on, but Trevor has to find his place. He has to find his place where he can repeat the good things that he does, the great things that he does, and he has shown you that over and over and over again.
Gabe Davis, by the way, who limped off. They're looking at an upper body situation, not the homecoming that Gabe envisioned, of course. So fired up pregame and all week. Coming back to the place where he was a popular and valuable receiver. Flags are down in the secondary.
Pass interference, defense number 29. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul, automatic first down.
And Codrington, that's tough to see Davis there. You look to be a little distraught as they were checking him out.
It's tough to come back to a place that you have such great relationships with the players because you spent time here. You want to win. The competitor in you wants to win. This is not the performance he was counting on.
He needs some, Bill, probably do a jersey change, but right now he's thinking about his own health. Johnson bangs forward down to the 11-yard line, and that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now the mist is falling, and finally this huge excited crowd has decided to take the party elsewhere tonight. It's going to go for a while, I think.
Sometimes you just need a moment. Self-care has never been this easy. Gummy vitamins from Nature Made, the #1 pharmacist-recommended vitamin and supplement brand.
At Papa John's, get an extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. It's a mouth-watering, stretched thinner, made bigger, more for your money, extra large New York style one-topping pizza for only $10.99. Better get you some Papa John's.
Dupixent can help people with asthma breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. So this is better, even this. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Tell your doctor right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
What is the seat view feature?
Shows the view from your seat. So if there's a pole blocking your view, don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Buy those.
Yes.
I just want quality stuff that lasts more than 2 weeks.
Yeah, join the
Joe
club.
Burrow with a 31-yard touchdown pass to Jamar Chase.
No questions asked.
Yeah, join the club.
I want someone who negotiates low prices for me.
Like some sort of savings wizard?
Exactly.
Join the club.
Seriously, join the club and find quality products at incredible prices.
They went for the 2-point conversion, but they didn't get it.
Has saved members over
So,
$100 million
Commanders still on top,
See site for details.
31-26.
2 games, 1 Monday night. Oh, Titans-Fins rematch on ESPN. Busted. With Seahawks-Lions going down in Motown on ABC. Who am I talking to? Decaf. Need to switch to decaf.
I'm Scott Van Pelt getting set for SportsCenter. We'll hear from Doug Peterson after this demolition. Sean McDermott as well on the half-year side. We'll take you inside the Bills locker room for more reaction. Ryan Clark standing by to break down the keys of this game. That and a whole lot more after this game, Chris. Louis, Dan, we were just joking during the break. That party's been going since early morning. I think it's going to keep rolling right into Tuesday.
Yeah, it's kind of foggy here. The fog is going to be a collective one tomorrow morning. They canceled school this afternoon so the kids could, in this area, could come to the game. Cancel work, cancel everything tomorrow because the hangover is going to be real. The euphoria of the Bills Mafia only growing by the minute here.
False start. Offense number 68. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Tough environment, great energy, of course. They played a part, but it was the guys in the blue uniforms that had a bigger part here in just making it miserable for Jacksonville from the start. And the crowd just fed off of it and got wilder and wilder.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes back and forth.
Jones, completion on the edge. And Duvernay is knocked down.
The better they play, the louder it gets. The louder it gets, the better you play. It's just a great loving relationship between this fan base and this football team.
And Trevor Lawrence, guys, still searching for a victory. Got to go back to November. This is going to be 8 consecutive games that he has started that Jacksonville has lost. Beathard stepped in and started a win over lowly Carolina in that streak. And Trevor was out. Talking about a guy that he didn't lose in college. A handful of games in his Clemson career. Didn't lose in Lawrenceville, Georgia very often either. You know, he's a level-headed guy. He has, perspective, which is important, but the frustration has to be real. This is just not anything that he would have ever imagined would happen in his career.
Yeah, and
right here.
This was a team that, 2 years ago in the playoffs was on the road in Kansas City driving to go take the lead late. And it feels like ever since then, it's just been unraveling, sort of. And they got to find a way next week or as soon as possible, just like stop the bleed. Someone's got to find a way to win a football game,
But there's no mercy in this league, as you guys know better than anybody. You're going to go into Houston, where they come off a loss. They really...
I quite literally know better than anyone, Chris.
You've experienced less mercy than anyone that's ever played this sport.
It's a tough situation, man. I mean, because there's a lot of things that right now just aren't working, especially on the offensive side. But with Trevor, and especially because of the spotlight that's going to get put on him because of the money he makes.
Oh, even that doesn't work out in the final minute as Washington could not collect it. Codridge in coverage. And mercifully, we're down to 44 seconds as the rain returns.
I mean, we said for a while now, because of the market that Trevor plays in, he's kind of escaped some of the scrutiny that some of the other quarterbacks get that are making big money, $50 million plus per year. But with a performance like this and how this season has gone so far, now you're on national TV, that heat's going to get ratcheted up. That's what comes with the expectations that are on this young man. He's going to have to find a way.
Sure. Disproportionate credit sometimes. Disproportionate blame when things are not going well.
Sure.
Back to Josh Allen. Restate what you said earlier, Dan, about where you rank this first half of this performance for Allen.
That was the best half of football I've seen Josh play. And I've seen him Kansas City playoff a couple years ago, New England playoffs a couple years ago. But when you talk about the command, the ownership at the line of scrimmage, listen, there were some really tight coverage throws that he made as well versus man coverage. He's a wagon right now.
That's the game.
I know it's early. He's the MVP of the NFL.
Think about his process.
47-10.
He didn't come into the league just tearing it up. He has been
See y'all
on
on
a
the next
trajectory.
one.
Put in a lot of hard work, has had consistent leadership from Sean McDermott his entire